Hello, my name's Brendan Roycroft. I have a background in engineering from Trinity College Dublin, where I did civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electronic engineering. Went into physics after that and have been working in science and engineering for over 20 years. Living in Cork, I'm in the city centre, and I got flooded in 2009 on the Western Road, and it was quite an experience. Woken up in the middle of the night by the neighbours knocking on the door, looking out the window, seeing there's a river down the street. And it wasn't in the house at that stage, but after a few hours, yeah, the level just rose and rose. First entered the house through the floorboards in the front sitting room, so there was a big puddle in the middle of the sitting room. Hadn't got through the front or the back door yet. The drains in the back were shooting up water, so the back garden was getting flooded through the drains. And after another hour maybe the water level rose, again very slowly, but covered the whole of the ground floor. We had put sandbags out, but they weren't particularly any use. So anyway, that was a terrible disruption then. We had to take up all the floorboards, redo the house, sort out the insurance, all these types of issues. So we know very well the issues that people go through when they get flooded. Just recently I got to see the proposals by the OPW for how they want to deal with the flooding, and of course, being a flood victim, be interested in that. But I couldn't warm up to the idea. I mean, they're putting concrete all over the city. The first thing that came to mind was it's like, a Soviet era solution, solve all your problems with concrete. And I thought, in this day and age we can do better than that. Taking down the trees in Fitzgerald's Park, I mean, that's around the corner from me. That just seems, bad thing to do. I don't want to, must be other ways to do it. Then they're funneling the water as opposed to letting it spread, so they're increasing the levels in the city, which that means if they put concrete walls in, the concrete walls have to be higher than they need to be anyway. Then the concrete walls don't really solve the problem, either upstream or even further downstream. So that doesn't seem to be a solution. And the whole thing it was like, you can't be serious, but apparently they are serious. So then you might ask, well, what is an alternative solution? Because we still need to prevent flooding in Cork. So having looked at the solutions, I would say that the tidal barrier is one part of the solution. The other part of the solution is management of the river. So both from the reservoir and the floodplain's point of view, and that together both of these will be a financially viable economic solution and will be for the benefit of everybody in Cork.